Hey everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath, back to bring you guys some more clarity. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this week's weekly energy guidance video. It is currently Monday, May 10th, 2021 at the time of me filming this. Now, before I get started, I want to say please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notifications if you are new to the channel so you don't miss any more weekly guidance, monthly guidance, pick a card readings, messages from spirit. There is still some tarot scopes that I have to get out for this month, so be on the lookout for that as well. Sagittarius, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces, and Cancer still need to be uploaded to the channel, so be on the lookout for those. Now I want to go ahead and get started and shuffle and see what is the energy of this week. How will we be feeling the energy of this week down here on Earth? We have the energy of Gemini, Mercury, and fire. So, as well as water. So, I feel like within this, we have the energy of being very inquisitive. Our minds may be picking up a lot of energy. This week, we may be picking up a lot of energy from a lot of different spaces that this can kind of rule in us picking up the emotions of others. All right, the fluidity or fluidness, let's say that because the word's not coming out right, of emotions this week is present, as well as the energy of fire. So I feel like the energy of emotional abruption is present this week, but there's also the energy of creativity and passion and being emotionally engulfed. And I really see the energy for creative ideas coming in, creative sparks, and being involved in passionate projects that you're passionate about, or that you that brings you happiness with your loved ones, or just within yourself. I feel like there's a very passionate and energetic energy to this week. And I just want to kind of dive a little bit deeper into this. Okay, we have the energy of feeling the world, sacred reverence, the royal you, a higher view. All right, and I'm seeing almost that some of us are kind of developing and unfolding projects and ourselves within a sacred space. All right, and that is just tapping into how it is that you really feel and want to feel within this world. We're also looking at having the energy of looking at things from a higher perspective, and it's really like that we're really seeing a vision. I see this little green. It almost looks like a heart to me, and I kind of feel like there's this energy also of heart healing that is happening this week. We have the World card. And I feel like within this, I feel like a new spark is being set this week. A new spark is being set on fire this week. We have the Three of Cups, which is signaling that there is celebration and that there's happiness that is coming. I feel like that there's merriment and that there is a big energy of connecting with people and getting together, like having energy of a celebration. It might be spontaneous celebration, or like spontaneous, like getting together and kind of just having a good time, taking a load off. We have the energy of the sun coming in. I feel like there's the energy of things kind of warming up and almost like fruitating. The Knight of Coins, yes, like things warming up and kind of almost blossoming on our path, almost that things are looking good. we have the Four of Coins and the Two of Cups. So I feel like things are kind of coming together and are starting to almost look in this way that is stable this week. That things may even be coming in, like you may be getting messages, text messages, things coming in, phone calls, opportunities. I feel like can come in this week with this Mercury and Gemini, that things can kind of come in from somewhere that you didn't expect or wasn't really paying attention to, because Gemini is such a surprising energy. And Mercury rules Gemini. This is communication. This is computers, electronics, talking, conversing, okay? So I feel like there's some energy of things unfolding, all right? Unfolding in a way that is almost stable, that you are able to move forward, and light's being shown on that this week. Yep, we have the Wheel of Fortune that's popped out, and Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences, closing door completion, deep quiet stillness, meditation, hollow bone teachability. All right, so I feel like within this we have definitely the energy of things changing, and things changing based on steps that you have made, steps that you have kind of like putting pieces together for, for an outcome to come. That means other things are, the door has been closing. This door has been trying to close for weeks now, for months now. I've been speaking of this. This door has been coming up. We have deep, quiet meditation and hollow bone teachability. I feel like this is calling in the energy and that we have the Two of Cups here, over here as well, and saying that this is kind of calling in to be open and joyful muse, inspiration, open to what it is that you're feeling. Let the universe show you something new that you're not expected to. We have the number of, like, 1 and 1 makes 2, like showing this, synchronicities. These are obviously like Roman numerals. But then we have 33 over here as well. All right, this is, more synchronicities. 1 1, 1 1 11, right? So within this, I feel like letting the universe open you, or like not letting the universe, but being quiet enough to listen to what the universe is trying to show you, maybe trying some things in a different way and gaining inspiration, not doing things the way that you have done things before. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune that's showing, again, that energy of change, changing things up a bit, trying things in a different way. And that the universe is kind of aiding and pushing into you trying things in a different way. And to be creative, let your creativity fly. We have the Hanged One, which is almost this energy of reformation and reforming. This even came out in some of the tarot scopes that I had for this month, is the Hanged One. And I see in this reformation and this reforming happening. All right, we have the Prince of Swords, the Queen of Sacred Circles, and the Chariot, as well as the Sun card again. So we have this Hanged One and the Prince of Swords. So we're really sitting in this space of listening to what comes to us, not what it is, and what it is that we are deeply feeling, of course, as always. All right, because we're having these new, different things that are coming in, this energy, these maybe new opportunities, information that you thought wasn't going to come in may surprise you and come in this week. All right. So be open to what it is that you're actually feeling, not necessarily what it is that you see in front of you. If you see him, his eyes may be open. I don't know how well you guys can see. His eyes may be open, but he's really focusing on what it is that he's feeling, what it is that he's feeling in his core. All right. Going back into a darkened state to really pick up on this and feel this. And we have the Queen of Sacred Circles, and we're feeling this within the earth. We're feeling this within the energies that are coming up from the earth, all right? We're feeling this from what it is that we're feeling from the the luminary influences. When we're looking at the moon here, we're looking at the different moon cycles, how it is that we're feeling. And how it is that we're feeling is how it is that we are destined to move forward, and how it is that we should be moving forward. But we have to tap in to seeing what it is that the divine sees, not what it is that we can see with our eyes, but really tapping into more of a darkened space, trying things differently because of the fact that the universe wants a different outcome. We want a different outcome. Things are being putting into a place where they're being changed. We have the Two of Cups that was present, which was speaking of the universe coming and working with you. And we have this unfolding, this great unfolding of, for some people, it's themselves, and some people, it's this great project, all right, or the start of something new that is unfolding in your lives, all right? We have the Ten of Wands, and within this, I feel like this is hard work, all right? Hard work that has put you into a space where you are in new energy, you're in new places, you're putting yourself in places that you weren't able to be in before. The energy is new. There's so much energy and so much potential that can come from this energy. Pay attention to what sparks into your brain and what comes up, all right? And there's the energy of definitely manifesting new opportunities, manifesting these desires that come to you through your mental state, all right, through your intuition. And that's, where's the Fire card here? That is sparking your passion, all right? And we're going to be calling out to these things, calling out to the universe and calling out to these things. We have card 10 here, or house 10 here, which is speaking of calling into things in a stable way. We do have the energy of the Taurus new moon with the sun and the moon conjuncting for in the sign of Taurus, which is all about stability. All right, we have the energy of being able to manifest new opportunities for the future as well. So do not neglect that energy of not only there may be things coming in at this time that are new, but and that you've been calling out to, but to continue that manifestation, to continue telling the universe, literally the Ace of Swords, speaking your truth, the Moon card, speaking your desires, all right? Down to the very T, reading in between the lines, speaking your very desires of what it is that you've been working at. This is the Eight of Coins. He's reading a book down to every detail, down to the fine print, speaking your desires to the universe this week. All right, speaking them out, talking to the divine about what it is that you want beyond what it is that you're receiving right now. There is the energy of being grateful, okay, for what it is that we have and what it is that we're receiving at this time, and speaking that as we ask out for more. We don't want to receive and then ask for more without being grateful. So always express gratitude as things come in, but don't shy into speaking out and being determined, Knight of Swords, of what it is that you are going after and what it is that the divine is calling you to go after, speaking those desires. Even if it doesn't make sense at this time, we're looking at, like I said, this new moon in Taurus, which is the sun and the moon on top of each other in the sign of Taurus. We want to take advantage of that. All right, so really spend some time being quiet, being mindful, connecting, feeling the universe, feeling what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Make sure that you get into this space that is, teachable, and listening to the divine, listening to this energy of the Queen of Pentacles, which is listening to the earth, listening to your senses of where it is that you're feeling pulled to go, and how it is that you're feeling pulled to move. Go into that darkened space and really focus on what it is that's calling out to you, what's calling your passion at this time, what is calling to you, and focus on creating that. But do not be blind, okay? Do not be blind to what it is that is coming in on opportunities and things that you felt like you may have missed last week or the week prior, may start coming in this week. So be open to that, and also be open to where it is that the universe is pulling you. This is a really good time for manifesting your desires, speaking your desires out into the universe. Like, it could not have been more perfect for this Ace of Swords and this Moon card to come out together, of really speaking out those desires into the universe for these new opportunities, to be able to manifest these new opportunities, all right? But you have to be very clear and concise down to every detail of what it is that you want to be experiencing, because you don't want room for anything to work in that you don't want to experience. That's one thing within manifestation that you must understand, is that when you're working with energy, you're working with energy. So be very, very open and clear and concise, like so clear, that of what it is that you want to experience and what it is that you don't want to experience and where it is that you're coming from. The universe always responds more deeply to a pure heart. You have nothing to hide from the universe. The universe sees all. They see your vulnerability. They see your weakness. They see your sadness. They see your pain. They see all of this. So you don't have to cover up. You don't have to front. You don't have to make a facade of what it is, or how you feel, and try, like, do not manifest from that point of, like, that point. And I guess it's like, don't manifest from your ego, manifest from your core, manifest from your soul of what it is that you want, what it is that you truly want, because it's you and the universe, it's you and God. There is nobody that is judging you within that moment. So literally let the doors open to your heart, this sacred reverence of unlocking whatever ego blocks that would hold you from being real, and letting tears flow and really connecting emotionally with the divine, because that's the ticket for your manifestation, to get you to what it is that you want to create beyond your wildest dreams. If your circumstances say that this is unattainable right now. But when you put your emotion and you put your all into something, and you really put that emotion in there, it leaves that imprint, that imprint of energy for the divine to work with, that can start to change things to make that thing possible. But you have to more than believe. You have to be able to get raw, vulnerable, and intimate with the divine, and with yourself, and being honest with yourself about how it is that you feel, about where it is that you're at with the divine. The divine's not going to judge you. If anything, they're going to give you clear guidance and reroute some things that may need to change. Again, there's this energy of, the hollow bone teachability, and letting the divine and letting the universe teach you and show you new ways, and show you feeling new things. And I feel like there is another message within this card deck that is trying. Yep, we have the moon and Neptune here. Yes, which is speaking of desires and our fantasies. Okay, focusing on them. Just because they're a desire and a fantasy doesn't mean that it is unattainable or that it's not going to happen. People have dreams come true all the time on small and large ends. We put the energy of, like, calling it a fantasy puts the energy of it being unobtainable on there, and that's not true. People do miraculous things all the time, even if it is hard. We have the energy of square and the energy of Cancer, and the energy of House 11 behind it. You guys, House 11 rules our hopes and wishes, okay? And Cancer is very emotional, but Cancer is also an emotionally stubborn sign. Cancer is very protective, all right? So being very protective of your hopes and dreams and desires. Okay, we have the Moon card and House 11. Being very stubborn about these, and no matter what oppositions you feel like you may be facing, you're working through these, you're climbing through these, and you're hurtling through these, but not in a way that you feel like you're going to just be like headstrong, like the energy of, like, the symbol of the ram showed up. You don't want to be just pushing through things, all right? You want to be looking at them and and being open to learn from the universe, because when you open your mind, you can begin to problem solve and start to piece things together. When you are listening, the universe will start to give you pieces to put together. But when you think you know everything, you're going to run against these squares. You're going to run up against these oppositions. You're going to feel like a hollow bone. You're going to feel empty. So be open, be teachable. Know that the universe knows all. The universe sees all. And the universe sees where it is our potential can take us to and what it is that we are capable of. So if you are seeing something that is a dream of yours, that is a fantasy of yours, don't let this mundane hard work and where it is, the space that you're at, make you feel like it is unattainable, because that's not true. It's literally just maybe your circumstances within right now. But this week is a great week to use your emotion and get very vulnerable, get very raw, get very intimate with the universe. Even using sex magic, like, even if it's, by yourself, whatever that looks like for you, to really open up the portals of creation under this new moon to really start the phases of something that is going to be very solid, very durable, very hard to break down, and very unmoving, because it seeds are being planted in the energy of Taurus, which is an earth sign, which is going to add for like the nutrients, like the soil, to be able to grow, to be abundant. And Taurus is the energy of the bull, very, very, very persistent, very unmoving, very stubborn. So this is a great time that we would want to plant seeds for growth, for moving towards our future, for what it is that we truly want. Do not, and like, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that could happen for anybody? And I feel like Spirit wants me to express this to some of my people that aren't really manifestors or work with the divine and work with the universe. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose of trying to manifest your desires and giving it a shot? What do you have to lose? Nothing, because you don't have that right now. So if you go and try, the only different outcome that can come out of this whole situation is success. That's the only different outcome, because right now you're not successful in what it is that you wish to be successful in. So what is going to happen if you try? The only outcome that is any different than your circumstance right now is success. When you look at it in that way, you can see things in a different picture. And that, seeing things in a different picture, is what it is that takes us to be from mediocre to be successful. All right. Now, this is what I'm seeing for this week, for the energy of this week, and how it is that we need to work with the energy of this week. Now, I hope that this reading is very helpful, and that you have gotten all of the clarity that you need. If you feel like you need a reading specifically for yourself, do not hesitate to contact me. I would love to work with you. Everybody have a great day, and start to get to meditating and see what it is that the universe is calling you to do. Now, everyone have a great day. Mwah.